especially the news really is coming in from the bullion part of the world. In India, it's the third straight day where you have seen the protests intensify in the Indian market. Remember, it has to do with the customs duty, which is doubled from 2 to 4%. And also, the central excise introduced at 1%, which really has had most of those bullion traders and jewelers on roads. They have shut shops. And if you look at the kind of losses that the markets are talking about, it's nearly at a tune of near 2,200 crores in the first 3 days of its protest against the hike in customs duty. We have a couple of guests with us. Let's go across to them. To start with, I am now joined by Rajesh Mehta. He's chairman of Rajesh Exports and he joins us from Bangalore. And I'm also joined by Rajiv Pople of Pople Group and he joins me in the Mumbai studios. Gentlemen, hi, welcome to the show. Rajesh, let me start with you. I mean, this is the third or fourth day rather when the jewelry guys also have extended their support in this. We spoke to JGPC yesterday. We also spoke to Bombay Bullion Association yesterday. And what are the hopes? Do you think there would actually be a rollback from government coming in?
Well, we definitely hope that government would see the things in a positive manner and roll back the excise duty and also the enhanced customs duty from 4% to 2%. Now, the primary reason for the government to enhance the customs duty and the central excise duty has been that there has been increased imports of gold into India, due to which there is a drainage of around $50 to $60 billion of foreign exchange due to the increased imports of gold into India. Now, these steps have been taken primarily to curtail those imports and to bring them down.
Yeah.
But what I would say, what I have seen from my experience in the jewelry market for the last 20-25 years, by putting in these kind of restrictions, you do not decrease the consumption, you rather increase the consumption. That is, whenever there is a commodity which is in short supply or whenever the prices of a commodity are going up, people tend to buy more. So the methodology of taxing jewelers and
Rajiv, also let me come to you on that note. I mean, we have seen the shops shut. There have been statements from CBEC and also from the finance minister. There's not very clarity whether it would be rolled back or not. But what kind of an impact do you see of these duty hikes?
Duty hikes have surely disheartened the jewelers on the face of it and increased the burden of the consumer while shopping at the retail stores. So it's simply giving way to parallel economy, which is the last part of the interest of the country and the jewelers on the whole, which is very discouraging as a subject. So now that the fact that retailers are into organized retail, jewelers have moved ahead in their format of organizing the retail structure, something like this is very deterrent to the industry per se.
Rajiv, if you look at the CBEC statement that says that the effect of the excise duty would be very marginal at around 90 rupees per 10 grams, how do you read that one?
It's simply adding the load to the consumer to start with. It's not the figurative subject of the value, but the increase in load. Last Jan, we had a duty which was 30 rupees a gram, then was changed to 2%, which is as good as double. From Jan to March, we're looking at doubling that even further to 4%. It simply encourages the parallel economy to come in and see the margin of business which is so lucrative. We're looking at a margin of nearly a lakh rupees upwards on every kilo of gold which is being smuggled in. It's very lucrative as a subject of business.
Rajesh, that really has been the subject in last couple of sessions. All the people we have spoken to are really coming out with this concern about a smuggling economy or a parallel economy which might really benefit from this.
Yes, I think these steps which have been undertaken by the government would heavily encourage smuggling and the parallel market. In fact, government is talking of curbing black money, but this would be the biggest step towards increasing and encouraging black money. There is a difference of about 5% between the international price and the Indian price today, because 4% is the customs duty, 1% is the excise duty. So there is a difference of 5%. 5% is good enough to lure any smuggler or any parallel marketeer to get the gold in illegal channels into India. Now we are going back to the days of Gold Control Act. So by this move, neither the government is going to benefit nor the imports are going to come down, but the sufferer is going to be the consumer, and the sufferers are going to be the organized industry or people who want to do legitimate business. So I appeal to the government through your channel, I appeal to the finance minister through your channel, that this central excise duty and the enhancement of the customs duty on gold must be rolled back, must be reduced. Otherwise, the industry is going to suffer and the Indian economy is also going to suffer.
Rajesh, your point is well taken. Rajiv, let me get you on this as well. What are the chances that government will really take it back? I mean, of course, the bullion industry, the jewellers, the branded, non-branded, everybody is standing in support of this. But what are the chances really?
We had a representation yesterday by the Gem and Jewellery Federation to the Finance Ministry, and it was not rejected, but it was put forth as a proposal to be going to the Finance Secretary, where further decisions could go ahead. But it's a slow process. Talking about the protocol in the system, I don't know how soon this could be even heard.